What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Volts Comics and More. I am Alex, and today I am going to be talking a little bit about Marvel's The Illuminati. So here we are with Black Bolt's most graceful fall. Here we are in Adelan, and right now I have two characters up here that are a part of the Illuminati. The original group of the Illuminati consisted of Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, Namor, Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Professor Xavier. So basically, the Illuminati, they are an elite group of the planet's most powerful guardians. And this is actually taken from the back of the book, the New Avengers Illuminati Marvel Premiere Edition. When do they meet? Whenever the world faces its greatest threats. Who are they? Nobody knows, and that's the way they want it. Iron Man, Professor X, Black Bolt, the Submariner, and Mr. Fantastic take on the threats no one else can handle, and learn the secrets that will forever alter the way they and you look at the Marvel Universe. After years spent protecting Earth from harm, it is now when the planet is perhaps at its most endangered, as the Illuminati find themselves at the head of the spear of a Skrull invasion. But can the Illuminati keep themselves from fracturing in the waking moments of this worldwide threat? So basically, the book, the New Avengers Illuminati, pretty much takes place between two different times, and it leads right into, I believe it leads right into the Skrull invasion. So the New Avengers Illuminati, the book itself there, is actually a really good book. When you read it, yes, it does lead into something, the Skrull invasion, but it also kind of has its own,
They say there's been an
its own storyline. Like, there's a bunch of different stories in it, and they kind of, they kind of go off on their own little adventures type thing. But it's a really, really good read, and definitely worth getting. But the Illuminati has spread much more than just that. These are from excerpts from the Marvel Encyclopedia Updated and Expanded Edition. So this is kind of a little bit more in depth of what the Illuminati is all about. So, right now, we're talking about the Illuminati that consisted of Black Bolt, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, Namor, and Professor X. There was also, once upon a time, when the Illuminati Avengers took place, and that is not in the New Avengers Illuminati. That is in a separate book. But basically, that team consisted of Namor, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, and Beast. So, like every other Marvel team, they have changed more than once. Even in...
Did you know Terrigenesis should not be attempted on non-inhumans, as side effects could be catastrophic?
They said that weird, threw me off, I'm sorry. Terrigenesis. I've always pronounced it Terrigenesis, but you know.
Where should I move to?
But anyway, sorry, that kind of threw me off. But yeah, that was the Illuminati Avengers. Now there's also the new Illuminati. That book was it was a very short storyline. I can't remember off the top of my head who was in it, but it had nothing. It really had nothing to do with this Illuminati. It was like right after the new Secret Wars, I believe, and there's like 2 volumes of them out there as far as graphic novels go. Which, I mean, I've heard good things about them, and I've been wanting to pick them up. I've kind of been starting from the Illuminati's history, kind of trying to go in order and figure out different things. The Illuminati has had so much effect on the Marvel Universe in ways that you just, like, you don't really think about. Like, if it wasn't for them, the Planet Hulk storyline would have never have happened. I mean, that's just one of the things. The original team, not the Illuminati Avengers, but the original team had sent Hulk through space, and they found a planet that was basically made for him, or that he could survive on, and it not be like he wouldn't harm anyone, and he'd just be left alone. And but of course, you know, things happened in space. He got all mad. The ship piloted off course and went right straight to Sakaar. And but I will talk about that story another time. But that was just kind of the Illuminati's sending them out that far. And I believe in the World War Hulk storyline, which actually that's one of my next readings that I'm gonna do. But in that storyline, I believe when Hulk comes back to Earth, he tries to track down people who sent him away. I'm not 100% sure if he knows that it's a Illuminati, but he knows the people because they sent him a video saying that, hey, we were the people who sent you away. You know, as if he wouldn't get angry about that. But nobody said this was the brightest team, you know. But anyway, so basically, other adventures that they've gone on. Later, the Illuminati approached the Beyonder directly during the second Secret Wars, and this isn't the newest one that came out, because technically the newest Secret Wars is actually like the third Secret Wars. But there was the first Secret Wars, which a lot of people have said is a good starting point for you if you want to start reading comics. But there's also the second Secret Wars, and that's what they're talking about here. Professor X convinced the Beyonder that he had once been an Inhuman who'd been a mutant even before being exposed to the Terrigen mists.
Xandar, Kangdar. Medieval England, medieval Kangland. Sakaar, Sakang. Wakanda, Wakanda. Lemuria, Lumeria.
I was kind of hoping I could get away from Kane's voice, but I guess he can come through over in Adelan. Sorry about that. But anyway, as I was saying, because of what Professor X did, Black Bolt, who was therefore the Beyonder's king, could command him to leave, and did. After that, when Marvel Boy, also known as Novair, was in prison on Earth, the Illuminati visited him in his cell. They showed him that the Kree created the Inhumans to protect the Earth, not to conquer it. And they encouraged him to follow the example set by Captain Marvel. So the Illuminati have been exactly what, you know, exactly what their name says. You know, the Illuminati have been in secret, and
hey, wouldn't it be great if this was the last crime ever? Nah, a girl can dream.
And have made a huge impact that nobody knows about in the Marvel Universe. I'm trying to figure out who these guys are. Oh, come on, that's just cheating. I had him. There we go. He put up his shield like right before his health completely went down. He's just toying. Alright. So, anyway, as I was saying, back to when I was talking about the Hulk, the Illuminati arranged for a life model decoy, or an android version of Nick Fury, to send the Hulk on a mission into space to disable a dangerous satellite. Once he entered the satellite, it turned into a starcraft programmed to release the Hulk on an idyllic but unpopulated planet and rocketed away. Unfortunately, the ship wound up on the war-torn planet Sakaar instead. Namor refused to have any part of this mission, and Professor X was too busy to take part in it, so the other four managed it on their own. The Hulk later returned to exact his revenge during World War Hulk. So, and that's exactly what I was talking about before. That I figured would happen in the World War Hulk storyline. But you know, it's still kind of cool to read them, even if you kind of get the gist of like what's going to happen in the time frame or in the storyline, and even just based off of the title, it's still really cool to read because they'll still throw a few curveballs that you won't be expecting, and the storyline and the artwork. I mean, it's just, you know, in all honesty, I can sit here and talk about comics all day, but I'm not going to be able to deliver the storyline and the visual artwork that you can get when you're just sitting there and reading it yourself. I mean, I try my best to so that you guys can get interested in them, but I definitely recommend going over to your local comic book store and picking up a few starter comics, whether you're going to be more into Marvel, DC, Max Comics, Dark Horse. I mean, there's a whole multiverse of comics other than just Marvel and DC. And as a matter of fact, a couple of even Marvel characters, the Punisher and Jessica Jones, they both starred in Max Comics before they went over to Marvel Comics. So there's just a whole variety in a rich history in the comics, which you definitely find that in any comic book store just by walking in there and looking at all the different publishers and everything for them. But each publisher has their own storyline. Like, you know, there's gonna be one that's gonna do like James Bond or Rick and Morty or, you know, stuff like that. Whereas then you got Marvel, who does, well, all these Marvel superheroes and more. And then you also have DC, that, you know, of course they have all their specific characters too. And I mean, there's been times where different teams have crossed over, or different comics have crossed over, such as Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a crossover, as well as the Justice League and the Power Rangers. I haven't read that one, but I did read the one with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman, and that was honestly a really good
Looks like some
book to read.
trouble is brewing where you are. You're like a magnet for this stuff, huh?
Alright, let's see what's happening now.
Someone! Anyone! Ah!
I I've noticed no one has thought to write a national anthem for our great nation of Chronopolis. So here's something to start you off. Kang, 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 Kang.
I apologize about Kang. I know he's annoying.
Kang, Kang.
Take that, Kang!
There are
Thank
apparently
you.
a number of
Whoever shut Kang off. Thank you.
I hear some of them can be rather.
I think that kind of sounded like Gwynpool. But anyway, don't know what AIM scientists were doing in Adelan, but anyway, back to the Illuminati. If you guys haven't ever, if you guys watched the Civil War movie, the third Captain America movie, if you read the comics, I'm sure you can tell that it is very, very much different. I mean, it's still one of my favorite movies, to be honest, but the Civil War comic was actually one of the very first comic books that I ever read, as far as like graphic novel goes. Like, that was the first like in-depth story that I had ever gotten into, and the Illuminati, even there's a Civil War, the New Avengers Illuminati storyline too, and this is where the new the New Avengers Illuminati were still the original Illuminati. Sorry, I lost my place here. The Civil War shattered the Illuminati. Mr. Fantastic and Iron Man backed the Superhuman Registration Act, but Doctor Strange and Black Bolt opposed it. Namor abstained, considering it no problem to Atlantis, and Professor X was not available to comment at the time. No one was willing to change his mind, so the Illuminati ended. Despite this, when Iron Man discovered the impending secret invasion by the Skrulls, he called the Illuminati together again. So actually, if you pick up the New Avengers Illuminati book, it collects New Avengers Illuminati number 1 through 5. It kind of happens like in between all of this, since it's leading right into the Secret Wars storyline, or I'm sorry, Secret Invasion storyline. And then you go back to realignment here, and it says Medusa replaced Black Bolt until he was able to return, and she helped the Illuminati fight the Hood, who came after the Infinity Gems. Afterward, Captain America, Steve Rogers, took custody of Black Bolt's gem. During the clash between the Avengers and the X-Men, Cap tried to bring the group together again, but they failed to agree a course of action. When Black Swan showed Black Panther the danger of other universes intruding upon and destroying each other, T'Challa called the Illuminati together and joined them as a team of Avengers under Captain America. Beast took the place of the deceased Professor X, holding his Infinity Gem. Cap tried to use the Infinity Gauntlet to push back the intruding universe, but failed, shattering all but the Time Gem, which disappeared. When he objected to destroying other universes to save their own, the rest of the Illuminati erased his memories of their group and set to work without him. So, and that's kind of where their story ends, as far as the encyclopedia kind of has it explained, which goes back to saying here about the Infinity Gauntlet. Two events that nearly destroyed everyone in the universe involved the Infinity Gauntlet. This holds the 6 Infinity Gems, assembling them into an artifact that grants the wearer limitless power. Mr. Fantastic began collecting gems and turned to the Illuminati to help him. Namor, Professor X, and Doctor Strange searched for the Mind Gem, while Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, and Iron Man went after the Reality Gem. Once the gauntlet was complete, the Watcher showed up to see what would happen and scolded them for meddling with such power. Mr. Fantastic chose to try to use the gauntlet to destroy itself. When that failed, he removed the gems from the gauntlet and gave one to each member of the Illuminati to safeguard in secret. Which, if you read the New Avengers Illuminati, that is one of the storylines that are in it that leads up to the secret invasion. And you know, looking at it right now, I mean, they did a really good job on all the artwork for well, really for all of them, but I mean, you kind of get like a cosmic feel. Well, the artwork kind of draws out the different cosmos because of the Infinity Gems, and they bring them to space where they are talking to where they're talking to the Watcher, and Doctor Strange is with them, but he is actually in astral form. And the Infinity Gauntlet, they have this metal briefcase that Mr. Fantastic is holding the Infinity Gauntlet in, and holding all the stone, like there's spots for all the stones around it. So, and you know, if you guys want me to do a little bit more in depth on the book line, I can definitely once I start getting back on my camera again, I can definitely show you guys some of the artwork that they did for the Illuminati. It's definitely a unique type of artwork, especially, I mean, it's just, the Illuminati is just like a very little storyline that kind of expands across different stories for the Marvel Universe. As I mentioned before, though, this expands between two different storylines: the Kree-Skrull War and Secret Invasion. And as it says here in the book, not the encyclopedia, but the New Avengers Illuminati in the cover, in the cover, shows that in the aftermath of the Kree-Skrull War, the Earth's first brush with total destruction, the leaders of its most powerful superhuman fractions gathered together. So this is taking right after the Kree-Skrull War, and in between, and then flowing into the Secret Invasion. And you know, if you tried to like get to one story, and you actually kind of dig a little bit deeper into it, you'll find that there are whole backstories to just that one story leading up to it. And
he may be only a cardboard cutout, but I assure you, he is a great listener.
I could use your help again, Gwenpool. I guess she wasn't gonna shut him up that time. This is another thing about the game, is that there are different time displacement villains. So all these villains are robots of like the Old West. So thought that was it. Alright. Simple enough. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so as I was saying, a lot of storylines that, if you actually look them up, they kind of flow in with a lot of backstory that you can find, and just kind of enjoy watching it all, the entire story come together. In case you couldn't tell, this is the Sanctum Sanctorum. Probably. Oh.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man,
Doctor Strange.
So, anyway. That is pretty much the story of the Illuminati. Their first appearance was in the New Avengers number 7, July 2005. So they are a fairly newer team. And so the story didn't exactly happen directly after the Kree Skrull War. But it was pretty much that's the timeline for it anyway. Like, if you want to read the Kree Skrull War, the New Avengers, Illuminati, and then read the Secret Invasion, they kind of all flow together. And if you guys want me to do a reading about that and kind of like a storyline on that, I can definitely do that for you guys too. Just let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you guys like this kind of setting, like, you know, if you like this setting better than just watching me sitting there and talk, if you like seeing all these different heroes and everything, I mean, even though it is Lego, but it's like it's the only game that Marvel really has that you can
And this one's a doozy.
that you can play as like different heroes other than Marvel Omega that you can download on PlayStation 4. I think Xbox Live has it too. Okay, where are they? Oh, there they are. You know, this would be so much easier for Doctor Strange if it really was real life, because I'm sure Doctor Strange would just send all these people back where they came from. I mean, these are Atlanteans. They are followers of Atuma, but for some reason they are attacking medieval. And this one's just standing there. Oh! Wow. How that battle cry work out for you. Oh. But yeah, if you guys like this setting, oh, there goes Doctor Strange. Let me know, and yeah, I can keep on doing more videos like this for you, and stuff like that. So
citizens
just
are warned not to approach the Kang surveillance drone.
Just yeah, let me know if you guys like this, and let me know in the comments what you wanna different stories that you wanna see, or different things that you want me to talk about, and I can definitely do that for you. And like I said, if you want me to do a video with my camera on the Illuminati, kind of show you some of the artwork for the storyline, I can definitely do that too. And that was a glitch. Anyway, but yeah, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Remember to subscribe if you like it, and also, if you could, don't forget to hit the bell below to get notified when I post a new video, and also share the video. If if you like the video, share the video, and get my channel out there. Let's get some more subscribers, and stuff like that. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Help me out a lot, and keep on making videos. So, top hat toppler. Destroy every giant silver Lego top hat. 6 out of 7. There's one more. Alright, so maybe I'll find that last one in the next video. Alright. For now, that's all the time I got. I'll see you guys later. Again, thank you for watching. See you guys later.